I use the power of AI and freelance writing to semi-retire on this tropical island in Thailand. And I'm going to show you today how to use ChatGPT, how to make money off of it. Today, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT for absolutely free to make money online. If you've been hearing the buzz about AI, but you're not sure how to actually use it, this video is exactly what you need. Today, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT for completely free with some simple steps for total beginners. And you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to share 3 unique ways to start making money with it that most people don't actually know about, and I don't really see any of this online or in any forums like Reddit. Starting off, what exactly is ChatGPT and why is it getting all this buzz? So ChatGPT is a completely free tool made by OpenAI. Basically, it's like texting with a really smart assistant who can help you write, learn, brainstorm, do research, or just talk things through. It's trained on a huge amount of information, so it can answer your questions, help you write better, and even help you with work or school stuff. And don't worry, it's easy to use even if you're not a tech person. Now here's the 3 simple steps to use ChatGPT for completely free. First, you're going to want to open your browser. Any browser is going to work, and just go to chat.openai.com. Create a free account using your email, which is going to be step 2. Step 3 is once you're logged in, you'll see a simple chat window. Just type your first question and hit enter. That's it. No app to download, no payment required. You're using ChatGPT from free right on your browser. The free version uses something called ChatGPT 3.5, which is still very powerful and great for about 90% of tasks. Now, the problem I see with most people is they do the free version, they ask it a few questions, and they aren't that impressed. But that's because you need to understand how to actually use ChatGPT to its full potential. Now, here's a few creative real-world use cases that you can actually utilize ChatGPT to help improve things. One of the ways that I love is by uploading a full document or a screenshot of the problem or solution you're looking for and then asking ChatGPT for help. One really great example for this is, hey ChatGPT, you're a professional recruiter looking to hire somebody for a specific role. Here's the job description that they're looking for. Go ahead and upload your resume or your CV and make sure you give me feedback. Give me feedback and things that I can include, such as keywords or certain copy that I can actually do to appeal for this exact job opening. Now, this is going to be super powerful because you're going to get some real good insights on how to revamp your resume to make it more appealing for the jobs that you're applying for and for potential recruiters. The other great thing is ChatGPT can help you with some really good recipes. You can essentially look in your fridge, say that you have 5 or 10 different items, and you're looking to cook something with chicken, pork, beef, whatever you have lying around. Put all of those ingredients and say, hey, ChatGPT, I'm looking to create a recipe that's only going to be healthy. It's going to be under 500 or 600 calories per portion. Come up with a recipe based on these 10 items that I have lying around. I have all the traditional seasonings as well, so make sure you include that. So ChatGPT is going to give you a really cool response here and help you make some really creative and healthy dishes. Now, ChatGPT as tech support is really good. I use it for taking screenshots whenever I get stuck or whenever I'm looking for a solution. Let's say, for example, you're trying to create an Excel formula and you just can't really come up with it. What you can do is upload the exact CSV or Excel format into ChatGPT, or just take a screenshot of the page and say, hey ChatGPT, I'm looking to do X and Y, and then you're going to have ChatGPT actually create and make that formula for you. ChatGPT is really good at this stuff, and it saved me thousands and thousands of hours over the past 3 years of using it, so you can really use ChatGPT in some creative ways. If you weren't that impressed with ChatGPT, it's probably because you weren't using it right. So let me give you a few quick tips to make sure you're using it to its full potential. Guys, if you learned something new there, you're going to love this next part. I've partnered up with Amazon's Audible to give you a free copy of my #1 best-selling book, Global Career: How to Work Anywhere and Travel Forever. Global Career has been featured in prestigious publications like Forbes, CNBC, Entrepreneur Magazine, and even Lonely Planet. And with over 500 positive reviews, this book has helped hundreds of thousands earn from anywhere. To get your free copy and start a 30-day free trial of Audible, all you have to do is visit globalcareerbook.com/audio today, or just scan the QR code on the screen here. Now, the biggest impact that's going to include your outputs for ChatGPT is your inputs. If you're just writing something like, hey, help me write something about, sports or soccer, it's not going to be a really great response. I would say in general, you need to give ChatGPT at least 3 to 4 sentences of context. And I'll include a few formats and sort of prompts below that will help you create a better prompting system for anything you're trying to ask ChatGPT. It's going to include things like the tone, the voice, the context, and sort of examples of what you're looking for. Giving it a little bit more data is going to make your results so much better. And this is the biggest thing to learn. Most people just ask it a few questions or type in a sentence and expect to get a really great response, but that's not really going to be the thing that's going to move the needle. Now, all this stuff is great, but if you want to make money from ChatGPT, you want to listen up. Here's 3 really quick job titles to make money with ChatGPT. Freelance writing is essentially the best way to do this. The second way is going to be with social media marketing. You can create social media posts in instantly. And then last but not least is helping sell digital products on Etsy, Gumroad, or even your own website. Now, here's a few example prompts that you could use. Now, again, these are pretty basic, but I'll leave some more in-depth stuff in my free training. Now, if you visit copysharks.com, you're going to get an hour-and-a-half long full training on how to use AI to actually make money with freelance writing. Now, you know what else ChatGPT is really good for that I don't see a lot of people doing it is actually getting proofreading and editing feedback. So one thing I love doing and sort of my workflow for writing is I'll help ChatGPT create a outline and sort of some hooks, some research topics, and essentially expedite the process for getting started. And it'll essentially expedite the process for helping me get started faster. So after that, I've got a really good starting point to actually create my own sort of writing and approach. Once I have that sort of first draft done, I'm going to put it into ChatGPT, and I've built some additional prompts to help me with editing and proofreading. Once I upload my initial draft, I'm able to make these changes and adjustments to just make my writing that much better. Also, one of the things that it's really good at is, hey, you have this writing brief of all the things you need to include. Some of these briefs can be 2, 3, 4 pages long. And then what I'll do is I'll put my first draft in, I'll upload the brief and make sure that everything is fully checked off before I submit it to somebody for a revision. So essentially, I'm not using ChatGPT to actually write the articles, but I'm using it to help make them a lot better. So hopefully that makes sense because some clients just don't want any AI written content. So I always try to be ethical and transparent about my clients. Do you want me to use AI? If you don't want it at all in the process, then again, I'm only going to use it to get feedback. I'm not actually copying and pasting any of the written results from ChatGPT into my articles. Now, a lot of people are wondering, should I actually get the free version and upgrade to the paid version of ChatGPT? Now, I would say start off with the free version for the first few months. Use it, make sure that you're understanding how to use it completely. Take some trainings and some tutorials first, but then when you start actually making money online or making money with writing or any of these other ways that I mentioned, then I suggest putting that first paycheck back into getting the paid version of ChatGPT. You're going to get better prompts and better results from using the newest, latest, greatest version of ChatGPT. Now, the other thing I want to note is a few other common mistakes I see when using ChatGPT. The first one is being too vague with your questions. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but try to have at least 3 to 4 sentences and give it the tonality, give it an example of what you want, give it some context to make sure things are better. Now, the second thing is expecting a perfect answer on the first go. Typically, my sort of response time after using ChatGPT for 3 years is I at least have 2 or 3 iterations of revamping and asking for it to update certain things. So I'll read its reply, then I'll ask it to change and adjust things slightly. This approach is basically how the workflow and how most people should be using ChatGPT. The other great way that I love using ChatGPT is creating custom GPTs. So if you're interested in that, I would actually head over to copysharks.com because we have actually built one of these. We're going to give you some insights on how to do it yourself and how to do it in a pretty cool way. Now, guys, if you like this video, make sure to watch the video I've hand selected for you on the screen here. I guarantee you're going to learn something super valuable from that.